Welcome to the Ravenna Nightmare. And tonight we are very proud to guest the new film, the first film by Jason Saltiel, titled Beach House. Welcome to Ravenna.
Thank you.
First question, a classic question. Why have you done this movie?
Well, the producer and I wanted to make a movie, any movie, just to start our careers. And we knew it would have to be a very small movie. We wouldn't have any money. And so we thought, how can we make a movie set in one house? Now, it turned out to be the most expensive house we could find in the most expensive part of Long Island. So it turned out to be a little harder than we had imagined. But we had this idea, which was, inspired by many old films.
Yeah.
And we just decided to write the script, and we did. And here we are.
Okay, but so writing this movie, which is not a classical horror, of course, which is a thriller with some horror base, you could say.
Yeah.
I guess you are in the cinema. You had some authors or films that eventually maybe inspired you about when writing, thinking, and developing your movie.
Yes, there were a number of films that I think we copied a lot, very closely.
Okay.
Hitchcock's famous Shadow of a Doubt,
Yeah.
where you have a girl and you have someone who comes to visit. I think is the pretty clear inspiration for that. And Claude Chabrol's Le Bûcher, which is a similar story of a woman who is sort of fascinated by someone who is a murderer in that film. I won't say if the character in our film is a murderer or not, but you have to watch it. And then in terms of the style, I really like Roman Polanski's films. I like his approach to directing. He doesn't do storyboards. So for my film, we made up the shots on the set with no plan, no preparation. We would just have the actors do their thing, and I'd walk around and figure out, let's shoot here, let's shoot here, let's shoot here. So I think it's a very minimal approach. I'd like to do as few shots as possible to tell the story. And then, of course, the dream sequence in the film, where she has a nightmare and she's floating, all this stuff, is very, very inspired by Rosemary's Baby. And then, there's every film you see, I think, is an influence in some way.
Talking about Polanski, I must say that I really appreciated also your actors, the way you directed your actors.
Thank you.
Did you have any particular training with them?
No, I never went to film school. I took some courses at university, but not many. And I made some short films, which always were silent. There was never any dialogue. So I never made a film where people talked until this film.
Because maybe you don't like to write dialogues, but I know that you like to write the soundtracks of this film, of your film, even because you are a musician.
Yeah, well, as far as the soundtrack, we needed a soundtrack that would fit the vibe, and we needed someone to write it for free.
Okay.
So one person was available, and that was me.
But I think he did a good job.
Thank you. It was the first time I wrote a score, and it was actually pretty easy. I think you watch the scenes, you play piano until you come up with something.
It was easier for you.
Yeah.
You had not to stress with a composer.
No. It's the whole score is two chords over and over, and you don't really notice it so much, but it's the same two chords, I think, for everything. And the key to a score is you write 4 themes, 4 melodies. It could be like 3 notes.
Okay.
And then you just keep remaking them in different harmonizations and different instruments or whatever, and people don't really, people notice it, sort of, and it carries you along, but then you know, it's really just the same thing over and over. So I think writing scores is a lot of fun. It's very free. You don't have to worry about the actresses, the actors, you know, the egos, the time. You just sit in your room and play piano. So I think it's a lot of fun.
Well, hopefully we will see a second film on yours.
I hope so too.
Cool. So thank you a lot, Jason, and welcome to the Ravenna Night.